Alright, this seems to work. I thought about speaking about... I don't know, because I have a feeling. There's a feeling of just wellness, gratefulness, beauty and love. Like in loveness, like having fallen in love. With nothing in particular. Maybe with this game right now. A game. But the source of the love is not anything that can be perceived. So it's not the game or anything in time as such. Although the time-based things are an expression or can be seen as an expression of love and gratefulness. But the love and gratefulness tied. It's not tied to these things. And just something something general about these games. I said that Star Wars Outlaws is my favorite game, but actually it's this one, Red Dead Redemption. This is such a beautiful world, but maybe it's because I'm feeling like this not right now. And it's not that I am feeling like this, but there's just love present. And this probably sounds very annoying, kind of sound, and meaningless, and maybe irritating and whatever, but... And even, like, if I check my own videos once in a while, and I'm not feeling... And this is just relative language again. If I'm not feeling like... if I'm feeling irritated or bored or something, listening to these videos, like just checking like how it is, it feels irritating and meaningless. But it's not a lie, like I've said before. This is not a lie. There is wellness, there is happiness in life, for real. And it can... And love, in loveness. And it can somehow, I don't know. And this laughter is not coming. I don't know why this laughter is coming. It's just happening. At home. Or at homeness. So I'm having a little goal here for myself. There seems to be winter in the west now here. What is the general area called? I don't actually know. Well, west. Wild West. I don't know. Amberino? It's Amberino the whole... No, this is West Elizabeth, but I mean this whole area here, I don't know. Anyway, so far there's snow. I'm gonna go check in Mexico if it's snowing in Mexico right now. And also then I'll be going... I'll show it on the map. I'll be going to Valentine also. So I'm here. This guy. This little... whatever, teardrop. Oh no, there's a player. What the hell? What the hell? Is that a hacker? Dude, I gotta go. Run. I might die soon. Players in this official servers, players are freaking dangerous. And there are some hackers too, so those are actually dangerous. If they can kind of... if they can access your computer, like this is a fucking hacker, fuck you. Even though I'm frustrated with this guy, there's still this love though. Overall, in the background somehow. There's like, fuck you, leave me alone, but there's still this love. or happiness or comfort. That's kind of a good demonstration actually about this. This is still the at-homeness, even though this is appearing this. And why? Why is it so? I don't know. Shot my horse, by the way. I just gotta get distance from that. Heal the horse. Wait, what else? What else can I do? And yeah, I feel like this is kind of new. I don't know why, but there's a feeling of laughing and also crying at the same time, and like being in love. I haven't felt like this in a long time. There has been feelings of bliss and joy and happiness, but not this kind of a love. Kind of like a love that is tinged with sorrow or something as well. And it's not only the music, although the music plays a part here, but I lower the volume after this, but I'll do it after this song so it doesn't get like awkwardly broken. Am I even going to the wrong, or I mean right way? Yes, I'm going to the wrong way, not right. Alright, it should be quieter now. It's kind of when you... the feeling is similar to... although it changes a little, but it has to do somehow like... someone you love has died, and there's like a surrender to this grief and sorrow. And all of a sudden there is this deep, just love. That is not painful. So... I don't know, has someone died? I don't know. Apparently, nothing really actually dies, so... Oh, alright, to Mexico. To Mexico we go. And yeah, life can be so freaking hard and full of suffering. Maybe the sorrow has to do with that too, but also there's this beauty when the love and the joy returns and the at-homeness returns. Or is like revealed, unveiled. There's just it's indescribable actually, but it's not a lie. I'm not lying. I'm speaking from direct experience. So at homeness, at homeness, beauty, beauty. I might hunt a little bit here, and after I get to Mexico, I'll come back, but probably use a different route. Just I'll turn around when I see that it's not snowing anymore. I just want to get a general idea, like what the weather is like. There's less snow now, though. It is snowing, but no snow on the ground. Not much, a little bit. And how can you explain that reality is love? I mean, you cannot. It's not possible to be explained. I don't know. And this is for no reason, really. But the sense of separation is largely or totally absent. I don't know. And is there an experiencer and an observer of this love? I don't know. And who doesn't know? I mean, there's no answer to that question. There's a train, by the way, in the distance. It's still snowing. Are we in Mexico yet? I could take a... When I come back, I actually, I think I might be able to get a job from here. This woman here. So normally, usually when people get happy in life, there's a story around this relaxation and happiness and a feeling of appreciation that has to do with the story has to do with what has been achieved or gotten or what has been gotten rid of, but that is all illusory, and that's not the happiness. But usually the love and the happiness and the relaxation is confused with ideas about what has been achieved and gotten or gotten rid of. So that's why it doesn't seem to last. There are these windows, but the windows are fleeting because they are mixed with mental ideas about why. But the natural condition of this relaxation and peace is without any cause in time. It's when the time is absent that it appears. But it's not a causal thing in time as such. And it's the underlying reality. This home, at homeness, is the underlying reality. This appreciation. And it doesn't have any reason that can be pointed out beyond the absence of selfing, absence of the mixing up reality with all the thoughts about me and my life and the world, the separate world out there. That's the illusion. And then when conditions change, then there's reactivity based on the conditions. It's personal, false personal reactivity, and that again creates a stress or apparent illusory stress that is felt as real. Stress, grief, and then stress, grief, anger, hatred, delusion, and then there's all the apparent personal activity of trying to get rid of whatever seems to be covering this wellness and love. But this wellness and love is not actually, it's being looked away from somehow when the personal stuff is being looked at and taken as real and as mine. And there's the seeming looker. So yeah, I mean, when there's like a full relaxation and it's not like a personal relaxation, it's a kind of a let go, but nobody can let go. No separate hold, no separate one who is holding on apparently can let go. The dog cannot catch its tail. But there can be an apparent so-called letting go, and then, wow, just beauty, beauty and love. Oh my God.
To rely on you now. Nice someone's here to work and not rob us for once. Although the work is robbing of a kind. The undertaker in Armadillo's had his wagon stolen, and he's a very busy man. I wonder what will become of that town and this damn plague. The sheriff there seems completely in over his head. We're all hoping Lee Johnson will come back. Anyway, the wagon was last seen near Pike's Basin. If you could get it back and return it to Coots Chapel, you'd be doing a good thing. We need all the help we can get.
Well, what's... Who? Who said that? So where do we have to go? It's very near. Okay, let's find the wagon. Well, hey, why don't you feed the horse? Feed the horse, dude. Oh no, again this one. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I could guess. Fuck you, get the fuck out of here, bitch. So the peace is still in the background, but these feelings can be noticed, and they can be noticed too, and this reactivity to situations in the apparent world can be also noticed, and the reactions can be seen to not belong to anyone. They are just certain conditioned in the genes, and also it's conditioned due to the time and other, like memory. Sorry, I'm yelling, but they can be noticed, and when there's a true seeing, impersonal seeing, or seeing that is not personal, let's say. I'll just change the... I'll change the server here. I'll do this first and then I'll change the server. Oh, there are two songs going on, unfortunately. Or are there? So it's not taken to be me and mine, and it's taken to be like a storm and thunder, for example. Like intense feelings, like get the fuck out of here. Or there can be like fighting too, like physically. I could still, like, I have apparently this body has attacked people when there have been situations of like physical threat to others. Like police was called to a restaurant when I basically attacked another person who was threatening some kids there, for example, and other things. But those pass, and they are not taken to be me and mine. The reactions are not taken to be my reactions. And intense feelings can appear, but there is this mindfulness in the background, so to speak, that sees that it's not mine, and it's a fleeting phenomena, and it's empty of self. And if it's grasped personally, taken to be as me and my reaction, then that will produce suffering, a lot of suffering actually. And that's what the pointers of delusion and hatred have to do with. Then hatred starts to grow because all those stories about other people, they start to cycle and recycle and like spin around, so to speak, loop around. Actually, I think, should I change? Am I safe here? I don't know. I'm in the same, oh, I'm in a totally different place now, so I'll do a job here. But when anger, for example, appears, and when it's seen, when mindfulness sees it, when it's not a person who sees it, then it just passes and it's not held on to, and the memories about how others have wronged me and how I have to get payback and how I have been wronged and all that starts to... Or when it's not grasped personally like that, then it just passes and it doesn't become a problem. So yeah. Oh no, holy crap. My bad. A lot of... And what kind of a life is that where you just like hunt players and want to, you know, harass them? And you live in aggression all the time. Like that's a kind of a hell already. But it also creates hell for apparent others. But I don't want to live like that. That's not a life. That's not a state where I want to reside in. No way.
I don't have anything for you right now, I'm afraid.
You got jobs.
I was worried about you, you know. Always worrying, I am. It's my curse. And now, this will make me worry even more. Wagon needs taken up to a praise run. But you don't want to let my fussing get in the way of your earnings. So, I'll just get you over.
Alright, so... I don't know if that was a hacker that caused my game to stop working, but... I mean... It's not my game. But anyway... It's a game. So when there are lingering, like after that incident, there was a lingering feeling, like a contracted feeling of like a tightness or uptightness that could have like flared up again easily into anger and then maybe hatred. But that can be noticed and just not do anything about it. And that also notice like where in the body that feeling is. And for me it was there's like a slight contraction of the breath. That's how it feels, like muscles are contracting, and the feeling is in the stomach and also in the upper back and neck, or maybe upper back. Those are the areas in the body. So when attention is directed at those areas in the body, it can start to relax. And when attention is also just paying attention to breath without changing the breath in any way, and also without grasping, without like jumping onto the thoughts that seem to have to do with the past and with the cause of the anger. Just seeing those as fleeting empty thoughts and not touching them, not jumping onto them like this. So then it just starts to soften. Then the whole energy of uptightness and stress and constriction starts to soften. It seems. When mindfulness is brought into that whole thing. There's and in that energy there's this feeling of wanting to attack back. That's the lust for blood, basically, or lust for destruction. Wanting revenge. Wanting justice. But that can be noticed to not belong to anyone, and that feeling might be really uncomfortable, like not doing anything to it. Normally it has been fed all the time, and it has grown in a way. It has like solidified even more and more, the more that aggression pattern has been fed in a way. But when the feeding stops, it starts to lose its solidity, and like the crystallization of that like ice sculpture starts to melt when the light of mindfulness shines on it without actually touching it, without doing anything to it, without trying to change anything. There's just remaining as is. Remaining as is. Does this not work? Lossless scaling. Normally it works, but not with the recording, it seems. I don't know why. Okay, we'll go like this then. I'll go to Gus, and if I don't have anything to sell, I'll just hunt nearby and sell those skins and stuff. And I can go cooking, maybe cooking some meat. I'll have to properly edit this video because there have been so many just errors and mistakes here that I need to cut off. Okay, Gus is here. Should be anyway. Is this full screen now or not? Or should I try to do this? I'll change to windowed borderless. So this should be windowed borderless, then lossless scaling on. It doesn't work, but then full screen windowed, and then no, it doesn't. It doesn't work with the recording for some reason. Alright. Fine. Break.
You stopping? I've been hearing about you. Hope you found time for some hunting among all these axes. Hope to see you again.
Acts of philanthropy, he said. What have I done? What the heck? So yeah, morality does actually have to do with this too. Like you feel a lot better when you're not hurting, when the selfing is not going on, when you're not deliberately hurting other people out of greed, out of pleasure seeking, out of fear. Life is so good after like feeling wise, life is so good when there's no guilt, no regrets, nothing. Okay, I didn't mean to. What happened? Oh, let's get rid of this snake inside the bag. Let's stop carrying the snake. May this be symbolic for all. Well, that was the only one that I could sell.
The hunt.
Not working the best, but whatever. I think the lossless scaling, there should be an FPS count, yeah, there should have been an FPS counter to the top left corner that showed that the lossless scaling was working. But now I couldn't get it working anymore, I don't know why. Or maybe it didn't work even previously with the video recording, but... It's a great program. I've gotten many games working with the lossless scaling's frame generation. Like absolutely smooth. 120 FPS. Like perfect, perfect, perfect. Like, what must your life be if you are like searching to harm other people? Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm dead. I'm dead. Like, that's your fun. You're just hurting other people in video games or otherwise. Like, what is the quality of your life overall? I mean, that's a pitying kind of an existence. An existence to be sorry for, basically. You're just if one actually only acts out of greed, fear, frustration, hatred, anger, aggression, and you get some kind, if you get some kind of a pleasure from hurting others, like what the hell? Even when like in between those states where you get the pleasure hit from hurting others, you're just suffering. It's just dissatisfaction and a sort of a darkness. It's a state of darkness, it's a state of hell, kind of. And when you don't get what you want, when you are being abused yourself... Damn, I didn't get it. Wrong gun, maybe. Why is this bringing this in the front? I didn't bring that in the front. No, this is not working. Nope. Then you react when you are getting abused. You react like or the selfing, which is not actually what we are, but it reacts in a way that creates feelings. Everything has to do with feeling. That's why these machine-like egos act the way they do, because of feelings. Craving has to do with feeling. It wants a certain feeling. Suffering has to do with feeling. It has to do with trying to endure something that one doesn't want, basically. And that whole thing can end.
We had a nice tree. Some bastard stole it. If you ask nicely, I might be able to give you a job.
I don't know.
No rush. I've got me whittling.
Negative honor, negative. Or actually, I can get negative honor, and this is also. I'm not gonna take this. Okay, let's hunt something. And also about psychedelics and cannabis use. If you've generally, and this is just again general everyday language, there is no separate you that chooses really, but if the selfing, I'll just use normal language. So if you have lived a life of indulgence based on greed, hatred, and delusion, and you take psychedelics, for example, it can be eye-opening, it can be awakening, but also it can cause intense hellish states, and it can cause psychosis and stuff, and really freaking dark hell states, basically. And that is due to the way that the brain and the so-called mind, there's no separate mind, but anyway, the so-called mind has been conditioned. But if one has lived a pure life and the sense of self is very vague and not very much in the front, like the sense of separation, or if it's not there at all, then it does seem like psychedelics also show heaven. Or cannabis also. Cannabis use can be really pleasant, right? Like here and there. It can be really like arriving home also, like glimpses of home and comfort and love at times, if the overall mental state is not so reactive and not so greedy, not so fearful, not so hateful. Playing this game and killing these animals in this game has nothing to do with greed or hatred or delusion. Greed and hatred and delusion can be the mental state when playing these games, but it doesn't have to be. It can be an expression of freedom, and also like joy and love. And in a way, it is freedom, joy, and love. This gameplay is freedom, joy, and love. And this is not a lie. I'm speaking from direct experience, although there's no separate experiencer, but it's such beauty. It's so beautiful, it's so beautiful. It's like falling in love. Can be. I don't know why. I don't know why. Let's check this place out. How do I walk? Wait, how do I walk? What's my walking button? Wait, how do I walk? Walk. Well, I don't know how to walk. I can only run. By the way, I haven't been to this location. Where am I? Why have I not been here? I've been here, but not here. Also the feeling, like for me right now, so to speak for me, the feeling is like being with a best friend. Like I am my best friend, but I don't know what I am, ultimately. And the feeling is also like I love myself, but I don't know what I am or who I am. Or the feeling is just like I love this. I love this game. I love myself, whatever I am. I don't know what I am. I love this apparent body. Apparently. I love this song. Nothing is wrong, nothing is missing. Nothing is right either, actually. Nothing is wrong, nothing is right. Nothing is missing, nothing is absent. Nothing is present. Nothing extra is present. There's only presence, maybe. Which is this love. This sentient, aware love. Or this sentient, aware peace. Mindfulness. that is no one in particular, that is no one specific, but appears as everyone or anyone specific, any specific, it appears as any specific body and a story about someone and about other people, but it's not a real someone and not a real separate other people, not a real separate someone. I hope I don't bump into the bear. Holy fuck! Was that the bear sound? Bear voice. And yeah, these kinds of this kind of reactivity kind of here, like the bear, like I'm apparently trying to avoid the bear, for example, but it's not personal, and it's not like permeating the heart, the chitta. Chitta is a Buddhist term or a Sanskrit term, which means heart, basically. So it's not getting inside the heart and becomes like my real fear that is felt as deeply threatening and serious, and that's not happening. That's what the absence of sense of separation means. And the selfing, absence of the apparent selfing, egoic selfing, it's not happening. Where's Gus? Oh, he's still here so far. This is a good artist that I have listened to for maybe 15 years already. Machine Drum. Heartily recommend. And the previous one was Joy Orbison and his remix of Fortet's Love Cry song. One of my favorite, one of the freshest sounding songs in my opinion. And Giles Peterson, I've discovered a lot of good artists from Giles Peterson's worldwide show that I've been listening for. I haven't been listening to it for the couple of damn it, I lost the carcass, did I? For the last 20 years or so, prior to GTA 5. GTA 5 has Giles Peterson in it, but there was a Finnish radio station, Radio Mafia, where I used to listen to him and record his shows weekly. Like, I'm not gonna go there anymore. I lost carcass. I didn't notice. Sorry. Maybe I'll find someone. I mean something nearby. Some animal. But this is working fine now, the game. Even without the 120 FPS. It's 160, no, it's 60 only. Half. But it's still okay. But it makes a noticeable difference, 20 FPS. 120 FPS, I mean. Okay, the bear might be here somewhere. If I see it in the distance, I could shoot it with a scoped rifle. And when it gets closer, I'll take out my shotgun and this pistol. I gotta check if this is still recording. It is. I'll go to Strawberry. I don't think I'll find any animals. I'll go to the Strawberry Village to sell some stuff and look for animals along the way if I can see them. I'll get to the road and then whistle for the horse. Or whistle to the horse, whistle at the, how do you say it? Whistle at the horse, I don't know. Oh, I'm here. Okay. Horse time. Riding time. It's kind of mind-boggling how few people are interested in wisdom traditions. For me, it's like there's no other way. There are no options. I had to, you know, end the suffering. It was hellish in my life, so to speak. Very everyday language. It was hellish. But I guess it was my karma, or the separate characters' karma, but there's no me. There's no me who that belonged to, actually, so it was all an illusion. It's crazy. Crazy cool. It's so okay. Everything is so okay. All the suffering is in the thoughts and in the memories. That has to do with, and the projections also. That's the suffering. But like, if I was inside this forest and there was a bear after me, and there would be intense fear and trying to get away, but that wouldn't be the suffering. The suffering is the psychological part, the personal part, that starts to recycle after the incident, like PTSD, for example, or some other types of traumas. Traumas always belong to someone, although they can keep cycling, and there might not be personal thoughts around it, then that's not really, I don't know if that could be said to be suffering, but when there's the personal thoughts and the thoughts that this is not right, this should end, I should get rid of this, and it just keeps going on, that's the psychological suffering, that's the dissatisfaction, that's the samsara that Buddhism, for example, points out. But the event itself, when there's something like really shocking, the shock itself, or the adrenaline and all the actions that have to do, and the thoughts that are in the moment happening regarding like keeping the body safe, that's not suffering. The suffering might either start after that, or it might not start after that, and it's very rare that it doesn't start after like a really normally traumatic event, like a big violent incident or something. But life still appears to happen, but there's just no one living it, and it's freaking amazing. There's no one living life. There is no one living life. There's just life as it is. And that's the love. And wellness. And it's also empty. But it's also fully love. But it's totally empty of separation, empty of any real substance. But it's full on clarity. It's full on clarity, awareness. Not an awareness of objects, but the subject-object play is kind of like a display, illusory display on a movie screen. And the screen itself doesn't know anything about a subject or an object in time. And the movie screen itself is that wholeness and in loveness. And then bliss and joy is evident. At homeness is evident. Peace. Like okayness. There's nothing driving. There's nothing like driving. Nothing is driving on to search for safety, for a search for better state. Nothing is driving to search for bliss. There's no future. I don't know, should I buy some food here? Normally this would work totally smoothly, but since I'm recording now, it's not. This place is not working smoothly.
Good day, sir.
Everything is so okay
Now, there's a familiar face.
when there's
Take a
no
look, if you will.
no personal memorizing going on. No memories about how things have gone wrong, how things are wrong now and should be better, etc. Wait a sec. Can I not sell my stuff to this guy?
That's fine, then.
Oh, I cannot sell to these shopkeepers. I totally forgot. There's another guy here. The thoughts that say, I am this person, I am the thinker, I am the doer, I am the chooser, I have a history, I've done something wrong. That doesn't exist, and all those thoughts are empty of anyone. They don't belong to anyone, those thoughts. They're automatic. They try to keep up falsely this sense of separation, dissatisfaction, and feeling of suffering and fear, anxiety. No. Actually, yeah. I'll buy that, and then I'll go make some food somewhere. I won't sell those. I will find some place to cook. Let's see, where could I cook? I'll go cooking. Nothing is happening. Actually, nothing is happening anyway. I mean, nothing is happening in the game, but actually, nothing is happening. All the seeming happenings have to do with mental processes and memory, intelligence, projection, mental images. Did I say that already? That's why it seems that things are actually happening, because of this seeming imagination of a past, or actually, yeah, or seeming past. Without thoughts, without mental images, without memories. Memories require a brain to appear. Holy fuck. Run. Wait. Huh? Oh, they're not chasing me. Oh, I love this song. This is Goldie's remix of Björk's. Björk is really awesome, by the way. Isobel song. Goldie's remix. When I was young, like a teen or late teen, I started listening to Goldie and Björk and that kind of stuff. Such good vibes, in my opinion. Oh shit. Go. Oh, I could have. Could I cook there? I don't know. If you listen to this song with really good headphones, the bass is sublime. The bass is so sublime. super deep, or with good loudspeakers. Oh yeah, married to myself. I mean, this sounds a bit perverse, but that's kind of how it is. When the selfing truly stops, when the suffering stops, it feels like you have married your best friend, but you don't know where the best friend is. And it doesn't have to do with love or anything. I mean, it doesn't have to do with lust. It doesn't have to do with lust at all. Lust is part of samsara, the dissatisfaction, the craving that creates suffering, keeps up, or is part of the suffering cycle. But love is intelligence and wisdom, and love doesn't have to do with that. Love doesn't have to do with lust. So it's not perverse actually. It might sound at first hearing, but no, it's like you're with your best friend and you're at home. Finally, at rest, in joy, in bliss, in love. But it can be very subtle. It's not like fireworky. It's not a fireworky thing necessarily. I mean, fireworks can appear, but if they appear, they disappear too. But the background is the background to these appearances. It's like the movie screen on which the light show is playing. And the light is not anything else than the screen also, like it's all one, it's not separate, it's not two. And also the ideas about time, about future can appear, about past can appear, about the present can appear, but all those are just appearances, they're not real. They're not a real future, they're not a real present, they're not a real past. But they can still appear as ideas about or projections, mental images of a future, of a present and of a past. Okay, sorry, I gotta check, is this recording yet? Or still? Great. And this state seems to go, but why does it go away? Actually, it doesn't go away. But there's just like a distraction into the thoughts and mental images and feelings, and then confusing those mental images, states and feelings with reality. But reality is not that. And then that confusement or being confused brings about that state of suffering or states of suffering and dissatisfaction. And they always have to do with the me, the selfing,